The expectations is what's killing you. You forgot to enjoy the journey. You forgot to look around and smell the roses. You forgot to appreciate where life has brought you. And the problem that you're having now is that you keep on trying to have expectations on what your life needs to look like and how your life needs to be. And if you don't reach that goal at this specific time, then you're a failure and you suck. If you're not who people want you to be and you don't reach other people's expectations, then you're not a good friend, or you're not a good person, or you're going to disappoint somebody. You're going to let somebody down. And the truth is, brothers, the truth is, family, the truth is, for everybody that's watching right now, this is your life. And it's going to be a process. It's going to be a journey. This is your first time being who you are today. You have to give yourself grace. You've never been at this level before. Right? Look at today's date. You've never been here before. This is your first day on this date at this specific time. We have to give ourselves grace for everything that we go through. It's a journey. It's a process. And if we feel like we're inadequate, if we believe that we're not reaching expectations, if we try to be like everybody else, to try to please everybody else, we're just going to end up like everybody else. Everybody else out into the world is trying to people please. They have beliefs just because it's popular. Oh, it's okay to party all the time. Like, that's cool. Did I say you can't party? No. Listen to the key words. It's okay to party all the time. And we fall for this popular belief that people can do whatever they want just because they're grown, just because they're adults. No, there's morals that matter. There's things that matter. Putting in hard work to reach your goals, to reach your destination, that matters. Right? Not trying to grind while you're drunk. That's very hard to do. Sometimes you have to just say no and lock in. And if you don't meet the expectation of your friends because they thought you were a partier, then oh well. And maybe they could learn a thing or two from you. Now, the expectations that we put on ourselves, I think some of it could be healthy. I believe that it's important for us to reach our goals, to reach our destination. And in order to reach your destination, you have to have one in mind and you have to have a time frame. But what I want you to start understanding is God's timing is very different from your timing. How the creator times things, how life times things, how the universe times things, the cosmos, right? It's very different from how we time things. How we think something's going to be is very different from what it really ends up being. Most times it ends up being better than we could have imagined. Sometimes it ends up being worse. And we have to understand and appreciate it for everything that it is. And that's where the journey kicks in at. Are you truly appreciating the journey of life? Right? Are you truly appreciating the journey of life? The journey matters, not just the destination. So yes, we can have great expectations, high expectations for ourselves, but if we don't reach it, we have to give ourselves grace, and we have to understand to keep going, to keep trying, to keep pushing, to keep moving, to keep being consistent, keep being disciplined, to understand that this is a journey, that this is a process. And yes, consistency is important, but we have to understand what we're being consistent for. Some of us are just being consistent to be consistent, and all that hard work is going to amount to nothing because you're running yourself into the ground. Sometimes you have to stop, you have to reset, you have to restart, you have to refocus your mind. We do have a video on that. It's called Reset, Restart, Refocus. I really, really, really hope that you guys could tune into that and watch that video whenever you have a chance. You have to reset, refocus, so you know why you're doing it. You know what you're doing it for. So you have all these high expectations, but you don't even know what you're expecting. You have all these high expectations, but you don't even know what you're doing it for. You don't even know what you're putting in the hard work for. You don't even know what you're staying consistent for. You don't have a why. You don't have a reason. Part of the reason of life, let me give you one. Of course, you have to give yourself your own reason, but if you like this answer, add this to your reasons of living life and being consistent and working hard. Part of the reason for life is really to just learn as much as you can. It's to evolve. It's to grow more in your knowledge. It's to grow more in your wisdom. It's to grow more as a human being. It's not to be perfect. It's not to have all the answers. It's not so you can have it all together or so you can have it all figured out. It's just so you can be consistent in life, but be consistent towards that pursuit of getting 1% better each day, mentally, physically, emotionally, learning emotional intelligence, right? Learning the things that you need to learn so you could go to the gym and work out, right? Physical, mental win, right? A spiritual win, building your relationship with God. So you got to get these wins every single day. And then 5 years, 10 years from now, you start to look back and you say, wow, we've grown a lot. The only expectation you should really, really have on yourself is to self-improve each and every day, 1% better, to do your absolute best. But if you don't reach a particular destination, or if you don't reach a particular goal, that does not mean that you're a failure. To me, you're already successful because you're trying, and most people don't try. Most people don't try in this thing that we call life. Most people sit around and watch. They watch people do a lot, and that's why a lot of people are talkers, and they try to tell you what to do with your life because they don't really have a lot going on in theirs. You got to understand that. And I know that sounds a little sad, it sounds a little morbid, but it's true. A lot of people don't have a lot going on in their own lives. So whenever they have a chance to police yours, they're going to do that. And what I try to do on this platform is to empower you to understand that it's your life and you can start living the life that you want. That doesn't mean that you don't have morals. That doesn't mean that you don't have integrity. That doesn't mean that you don't have discipline. These are things that we believe in over here. We believe in integrity. We believe in discipline. We do not believe in perfection. We know that God is perfection, but we are imperfect and we aim to be perfect. So if we aim to be perfect, then we could get close to it. And that's the point, knowing that we'll never reach it. But every day we're trying to get close to it. That's how you reach a level of greatness. That's how you reach a level of human excellence. And it's very possible. And it's very possible. It's very possible. Right? You can't say imperfect without saying I'm perfect. Something's in my eye. My bad, y'all. And what that means is that you're meant to be here. You're meant to be on earth. You're meant to be the best version of yourself. And I'm telling you, man, you are amazing. You're an amazing human being. And you have to believe that for yourself. You got to give yourself grace along your journey. And you have to just keep on soaking in the knowledge, keep on soaking in the wisdom, keep on soaking in the information, keep on growing from your experiences, keep on learning as much as you can. These are the things that matter. This is the building blocks to building a better life for yourself. These are the building blocks to when you're 90 years old in your rocking chair, or you're 100 years old on your deathbed, and you start thinking back how life is, and you're like, I have no regrets because I put the work in, because I learned from everything, because every loss was a lesson, right? Y'all do know that winning makes you very comfortable. Right? Winning makes you very comfortable. A lot of people, they start to get complacent. They lose their hunger. They lose their hunger because they're winning so much. They're winning so much. And they start to lose their hunger. Then they start to lose. So they go up and then they crash right back down. And it's like, nah, not over here. You know, we win and I feel like a win. It's like, okay, that's what we're supposed to be winning. Let's keep on going. Let's keep on grinding. Let's keep on shining, right? Right. And that's the beauty of life, man. It's about evolving. It's about growing. It's about learning. Never stay stagnant. Never think that you've arrived. Never think that you know everything. Don't think that you know all the answers. Don't think that you have all the answers. You just got to keep going. You got to keep pushing. You got to keep going. You got to keep pushing. You got to keep learning, and you got to be willing to evolve. You got to be willing to evolve. It's not all about the destination, y'all. It's about the journey. It's about the journey. It's about the journey of life. It's about the journey of life. It's about the journey of life. Are you truly appreciating the journey of what life is? Life is going to have its ups. Life is going to have its downs. Can you appreciate it for what it is? Can you appreciate the journey? Can you appreciate the journey? Can you stop and smell the roses from time to time? All right. You want to know the proof that everything works out for the better? Aren't you living in a moment right now that you prayed for? Didn't you pray for this moment? Maybe 5 years ago, 10, maybe 3 years ago. You prayed for this very moment right here for something. God gave you clarity. You asked for it. You prayed for it. You finally got it, right? You wanted that apartment that you're in right now. You're finally in it. You wanted that car that you're driving. It may not be the best car, but it gets you from A to B, right? You wanted that. God gave it to you, right? You wanted that girl. You wanted that girlfriend. You wanted that relationship, right? God gave it to you. You wanted to make a certain amount of money. He gave it to you. You pay your bills every month, right? He gives that to you, right? You work for it, but he also meets you halfway to make it possible, to make it happen, right? We got to start thinking about the things that God is doing in our life. You are probably living the life that you prayed for 5 years ago and you forgot, and it's okay to forget. But now I'm telling you, I'm inviting you right now to say thank you, God, for what you're doing for me, to say thank you, life, for bringing me through the ups and downs. Everything adds up. Everything's for a reason. Thank you for leading me down that path that I didn't know why I was going down that path, but now I've awakened into a better person, and I understand. I've learned from it. So you're going to go through a lot of hardship, right? You're going to go through a lot of pain, right, family? And so when we go through all that, we're like, why, God? Why are you giving me all this pain? Why are you giving me all this hardship? Why me? Why me? Why me? And then you understand why. And that's what comes with experiences. I won't necessarily say age. Of course, with age comes with experiences, but for people who are always playing it safe and they're not going out here and taking risks, they're not believing in themselves, they're not chasing their dreams, they don't really have the experience points that you think that they do. So it doesn't matter if they're 150, they lived a safe life inside of a castle, just like a princess. They don't have much. They're not going out there and living life. And even princesses, just like all the princess movies, Tangled, Cinderella, they want to go outside, they want to explore. They want to figure out who they are. They want to figure out what's going on the outside. What is the world like? What are you trying to protect me from? And then they realize something. Oh, people aren't really that bad. Humanity is really not that bad. Right? It's in all the movies. They start to realize, oh, outside is not that bad. You start to go after your dreams. You take the risk. Oh, it's really not that bad out here. It was scary at first. Oh yeah. But it's really not that bad. So it's not necessarily always about age. Right? But it's about the experiences that you have. And that's why I'm 22 talking to you. If you didn't know, I'm 22 years old, but I have a lot of life experience. I've been through a lot, and I actually learned the lessons that each experience was trying to teach me. Every single thing that I have ever gone through, I always ask, why is this happening? You can start doing that today. And now you'll start feeling like you're 75, like the typical 75-year-old, the typical 60-year-old, the typical 40-year-old. Right? Because as people grow older, then they start to realize, oh, I need to start asking, why is this repeatedly happening? No, something can happen to me the first time. I'm like, yo, why? Why is this happening to me the first time? Right? Like, you have to change your mind on that. You got to ask why. Who's calling me right now? You got to ask why. Why is this happening the first time? Okay? It's super, super, super important once you understand your why. All right, so that's the first thing. Well, not the first thing. We've been talking for 11 minutes, my bad. So that's something that's important, right? And you go out there, you get these experiences in life, and you start to understand something. You start to understand that it's not just about the destination, but it's about the journey. It doesn't matter how successful you are. It's about the journey. And so back to the main point, we realize that the life that we're asking for, we have received, we're probably living it right now, and we're going to be ungrateful. We're not going to understand that. No, you're living the life that you wanted. You're at the destination, and you needed those downs. You needed those tough experiences, and you needed the good experiences. You needed it all. You needed it all for it to accumulate to this very moment. This moment that I'm standing in right now came from pain, came from hardship, came from understanding, came from misunderstanding, came from family, came from friends, came from enemies, came from God, came from the ups and the down, came from the devil trying to get me and me reading outwitting the devil. So I'm dodging him. Right. For book recommendations, Outwitting the Devil, very good book. So enjoy the journey, y'all. Enjoy the journey. Like, I get it, man. Like, oh, it's hard to enjoy the journey, bro. Like, you don't know what I'm going through. I'm going through so much pain. I'm going through so much hardship. I'm going through so much. Hey, man, I've been through it too. We could trauma dump. Is that what you want to do? We could trauma dump. I lost a brother when I was young, but guess what? I gained an angel. I've seen friends pass away younger than me, but guess what? I gained an angel, and now I'm going to live my life each and every day. They could live through me. I got to make my dreams and goals come true, because that's what they will want me to do. You want to talk about pain? You want to talk about hardship? People been there. People got their pain. You're not the only one. One thing we all got in common on this earth is that we suffer, but we also rise above. Some people rise higher because they got the faith, because they're enjoying the journey. They're the man that loves to run, right? He loves to run. Be the man that loves to run. We're jogging around, right? Running around. I love to run. I'm not so worried about the destination, y'all. We so worried about the destination. Y'all wondering, where's he going to? I don't even know, man. I'm I'm just running. I love to run, and I know I'll reach my goal at some point. You got to fall in love with running. You got to fall in love with the journey. You have to fall in love with the process. You have to fall in love with the ups and the downs, right? You have to understand that these are the moments that you've prayed for. You have to keep on going, keep on pressing. You have a destination, but don't overthink about the destination. You have to drop those expectations. The life that you're living right now is probably better than the life that you asked for 5, 10, 15 years ago. The life that you're living right now. And if you want your life to be even greater than it is right now, then it starts with doing the necessary things in order to make it happen. But if you don't reach those goals right away, that's okay. People had 2024 goals. You have to understand 90% of people will never reach those goals. Right now we're moving into 2025. Then it's going to be 2026. Some goals may roll over, but the fact is you're trying. The fact is you're doing. The fact is you're working on it. Is that not enough? Give yourself some grace. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one, man. Peace.